Well, hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to another Friday Technique video. And this one is actually in honor of the voice teacher reaction video I did this past Wednesday on Nightwish and Jansen. And she is phenomenal. So the reason for this video is to kind of go over some of the things that she was doing. And of course, the title of this video is something like How to Sing Strong High Notes in Different Styles, because this amazing singer is able to do a lot of different things in different styles from, like heavy metal, opera, rock. She gets an A flat in her mix that is this like gospel, just wailing up there. So a lot of different styles she's able to do. And I kind of want to tell you what's going on with all of that and see if I can provide some clarity on what she's doing. Okay? Hello, I'm Mike Goodrich, creator of the Inner Singer podcast, all things inner singer singing courses, and if it's inner singer, it's me. So welcome, glad you're here, and let's jump into talking a little bit about this. So what is involved in singing strong in multiple styles, different styles? Well, the first thing is, imagine this. Think of the voice. When you think of the voice right now, we're gonna put technique and style in two different places. So you've got your vocal technique here, you've got your vocal style and ability to interpret here. Okay, and they're not together yet. We're gonna keep them over here. Now I want you to think of a piano and a pianist. So if you have a piano, like I'm sitting in front of my keyboard right now, and 88 keys, and if it is in good shape and it's all tuned up and the piano is all ready to go, then that instrument is ready, okay? All ready to play, all ready to go. So now, the piano's ability to sound great is limited only by the pianist. And the pianist is limited by two things: their technique and their ability to interpret style. What do I mean by that? If you have a piano player whose technique is phenomenal, got all the scales down, right hand, left hand, everything they do, they can just boom, anything. Then what will limit them? What's the only thing that could possibly limit them? The only thing that will limit them to play a particular song or in a particular genre of music is their ability to interpret that particular genre, to stylize in that particular genre. Now, the thing that Jansen is able to do, and there are others that can do this as well, and Andrea Bocelli is great at that. If you've heard any of his first records years and years ago, it's going back like 20 years. But he's able to sing rock and pop and opera and whatever. Dimash is able to do that. And Jansen is able to do that beautifully. So, as again, we have the style here, we have the technique here. So we go back to our pianist, who's trained phenomenal technique. Their only limitation will be their interpretation and stylistic ability. So if they can interpret and stylize in classical music, then they'll play classical great. If they can do it in jazz, they'll do jazz great. If they can do it in rock, they'll do rock great. Gospel, R&B, whatever, they'll do it great. But if they can't interpret the style, they can have the best technique in the world, but nobody's going to want to hear them play that style. So you could have a fantastic classical pianist that can't really interpret jazz very well. And then you could have a fantastic jazz player that, maybe doesn't play classical very well. So you want to see people in their genres. Now, every once in a while, you get these kind of magic people that have developed their entire voice. Kind of like having all 88 keys at your disposal. The instrument is there, ready to play. And these people are able to, like a chameleon, fit into different genres and different styles. And these different styles and genres fit them like a glove. Not all of us are like that. For example, I mean, I can sing rock, but I must admit, I have demonstrated lots of rock to my rock students. And in a kind way, they always sort of chuckle. Now, it's not that I can't get the notes, but if I got somebody singing a Journey song and I'm singing the notes to demonstrate how to sing the notes, I'm going to sound like Captain Musical Theater trying to sing Journey. So, and that's not great. Nobody's going to want to hear me do that. On the other hand, I can roll out of bed and sing musical theater, or I could pretty much roll out of bed and sing old standards and Michael Bublé stuff and all that, because it's just easy for me. It fits me like a glove. I can sing Italian art songs because I've listened to them forever and I absolutely love them. I used to sing them, I didn't even know what they meant. But they fit me. But could I sing country? I can get the notes, but people will laugh. I guarantee it. But these other folks have this real great ability to be able to have a phenomenal technique. So they got their great technique, and they've got their ability to stylize and interpret. And, you know, with Flor Jansen in Nightwish, this symphonic metal, she's able to interpret opera, and her voice can do it because she's got the full technique. She is able to do like a gospel wail up on an A flat and probably way higher in a really strong mix that's just like rocking. And she's able to sing in a beautiful head voice, but not stylize it like opera. She's able to sing like Ann Wilson of Heart, rock and roll. She's able to get real heavy metal and kind of grungy with a rasp and cut in her voice. And I bet if she really wanted to, she'd probably turn around and sing a Barbra Streisand song great. So she's like a chameleon. And so she's got the technique, she's got the ability to stylize and interpret. Bocelli the same way, Dimash the same way, a lot of people the same way. So that is what you need to develop if you want to be able to sing really strong and effectively, high notes or whatever, in many styles and genres of music. And your ability to have your very, very strong technique and your interpretation stylistic abilities. Now, what's necessary to develop with your technique? Well, obviously, if you're talking about high notes, you got to develop your mix, period. End of story. No question. If you want strong high notes, a strong belt, and you want to be able to do that in every genre of music will demand that you have your mix developed, okay? Because chest voice, not going to cut it. Now, you may be able to get a little bit high in your chest voice, never going to be as good as it is in your mix. And as I have said in many of my other videos, the mix is not a cop-out. You must know that the mix is the way these great singers sing their high notes. Always. Broadway, rock, pop, classical, gospel, country, doesn't matter. If a man or a woman are up in there, way into their upper register, it's a mix. And if it's chest, it's not that good. I mean, it basically sounds like a yell, okay? Chest voice up really high, out of the range that chest voice should be sung in, sounds like a yell. Almost always. Probably always. It would be no different than if you had a fantastic car with a 5-speed gear shift, right? Like a Corvette or something. And you could only drive in first gear. But you thought, oh, what the heck? I need to get on the freeway to get home. I'm just going to give it more gas, you know? So I'm going to push on the gas and you're winding that engine and that transmission. You're going to absolutely destroy that car. And it's not going to be as effective, and it's not going to go as fast as it could if you shifted gears. It's not going to last very long. Same thing with a voice. High notes are never going to be in chest voice what they could be in the mix. So that really is first and foremost. You've got to develop your technique. Divorced from your style. My suggestion is do not try and develop your style with your technique at the same time, because what happens is they get all convoluted and you have style and technique all kind of with this mixed up mess. And what happens is, I guarantee you, you will do things that you call style that are really helping you get the note. So, people will slur up or they will glissando up on something like that. And they'll call it style. But you say, okay, don't do that and get the note. And they're like, they can't do it because their style and their technique are all welded together. So you take them apart like that and they realize, oh my God, not only is my style not solid, but my technique isn't solid. I need both these together to be able to get this note and get this stuff going. That's not how it should be. You need your style here and your technique here. And when they're both really, really solid, at that point, they go together and they dance and they support each other. Up until then, they don't dance together. They lean on each other and they need each other. And you can't tell them apart. So they've got to be developed separately. They've got to be a style and technique, and then they dance and they support each other. And that's what you'll hear in somebody like Jansen, Andrea Bocelli, Dimash. They dance. Their technique and their style dance together. That's because they have the full piano, right? They got the full technique. And they are free then to be able to interpret and stylize in any form of music that they want. And that's it. So to develop this ability, you've got to develop your voice. You've got to develop a strong mix. And you've got to develop all the different facets of your voice. As a matter of fact, I'm going to link to some videos at the end of this that will, so that I don't repeat myself and make all videos the same. I'm going to link to some videos that will technically show you what I'm talking about and give you exercises to do them rather than doing that right now, because I've already made videos like that. But the things that I've said in this video today, I have not said before in a video on YouTube. And even though I'm not giving you a bunch of exercises in this one, this is really, really important stuff to get. Conceptually, this is really important to grasp that technique and style are two separate, distinct, different things that when they are both fully developed, they support each other. But until then, they lean on each other and you can't tell one from the other. With the singers that I have mentioned, they have this worked out. If you want to sing like they do, you got to work it out. So I'm going to link to some videos that are going to help you do that. So I'm going to wind this one up. I say thank you so much. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Comment, love your comments. Like, thumbs up if you liked this video. If you would like my free Singing Accelerator video series, the link is in the description. I've got 3 videos that are absolutely great that will help you along this path. One is the magic of vowels, which will help you negotiate your bridges and really be able to build your entire voice. One is on performance. I share the best exercise I have ever come across for helping somebody interpret a song. I can't believe more people don't do that, but you know what? They don't, because I work with a ton of people and none of them have ever done this until I show it to them. And the other one is called Singing in the Brain, which helps you with the mindset, because you can do so much mentally. It really is about the inner game. So those 3 videos you can grab at the link below. If you'd like my free ebook, The 5 Biggest Mistakes Singers Make When Singing in Their Mix or Belting and How You Can Avoid Them, then that link is below as well. Somewhere floating around here on this page now are the videos that I promised to link to that will help you do the things I spoke about in this video. Okay? I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.